Good morning, YouTube. I am hearing a lot of information about targeting gang stalkers on YouTube, and I did not know it was such a phenomenon. I didn't know that this thing was going around, so I thought I was like in my own little bubble over here dealing with a crazy, crazy ex-neighbor of mine all by myself. But I have a different viewpoint in regards to it, because I did live so closely to this gentleman and I saw what he did, and I always questioned, why is he on his back porch looking into his computer? And he never had a life. He never went anywhere. He just stayed on his back porch, and I thought that was odd. And I actually saw and went over to their house at one particular time, and upon entering, I saw him on his couch, and he was like, "Oh, there's my favorite person." And I'm like, I don't know you that well. Why? You know, how do I get to be your favorite person? But apparently I was, I guess, because, in my opinion, I think because I'm a child of the Most High, he has a problem with me, and he should. He very well should. And that's the crux and the reason for my videos today, because he picked the right one. Yeah, he picked the right one. Because my daddy's bigger than his. But getting back to the the video, he would be on his back porch, like looking into people's stuff, and I had a PTZ camera because he was causing harm to my property, and I knew he was, so I had cameras that I just installed, and as a result of that, he got angry, went and got curtains and pulled them closed, and just so I couldn't see, because he knew that my PTZ camera was going to tell his secret, his dirty little secret. So in the meantime, after he since moved from his property, he's been trying to make my life miserable. He's been trying to bring chaos to my life. And initially, he almost got me. Initially, he almost had me thinking, I can't say the word maniacally, but he had me thinking of harming myself. Because I'm like, I'm a child of the Most High, so why? So why is he bothering me as a child of the Most High? Because it says, "No word, touch not my anointed, and do my prophets no harm," right? So I'm like, God, why are you allowing this? And if you're just going to allow it, take me out of here. I don't want to be bothered with somebody having access to my stuff. He was like intruding in my computers, intruding in my all of my devices to gain access to when I was home, when I was not. All the conversations I had, he was privy to. He blocked me from getting into different educational pursuits. He would try to limit and prevent me from getting employment. I had, during COVID time, I actually got a job because I insisted on having a face-to-face interview. Anything that I had previously done online, he would intercept, or he would cause me to miss it totally. He's tech savvy, which is a terrible, he's like a hacker. Initially, I thought it was just hacking that he was doing. So I was trying to report that. That didn't go anywhere. But then I've since come to realize he's in a lot of different things. Like, I think he's into occult stuff, witchcraft stuff. And of course, he's sending things my way. And I think even when I lived next door to him, he was sending things my way. Witchcraft spells that I couldn't understand, right? Because I couldn't understand why it was difficult for me at my age at that time, because I was really young then, why I couldn't get up my flight of stairs without being in pain. So this fool was probably over at his house conjuring up some demonic juices or whatever he wants to do and send it my way, right? So, you have to, I asked myself, I'm like, and then I didn't know. But now looking back, I'm thinking this fool was over at his house doing all these things. And so now, now I'm kind of coming to the realization as to why God allowed me to experience that. And I think it's largely because it is so unbelievable unless you go through it. And I think he wanted me to experience exactly what other people had experienced from this individual who I believe wholeheartedly is totally demonically possessed and taken over. But he picked the right one. because one thing about me is that there's nothing special about me other than the fact that I have an astronomical amount of faith in my Yah. And I know my Yah is not going to sit back and let this demonically influenced person pounce on my life without a reason. And I think that reason is largely so that I would see it, understand it, pray against it, and educate others about why I don't have the fear that most people have. Why I don't care what they do, because I know that I have provision, right? You've never seen the righteous begging for bread. Biblically, that's in the word. Never. So I am very well taken care of, despite the plots and the schemes of this foe. But, I want to be here for people that might have more concerns, because I want you to understand my secret weapon is Yah. My secret weapon is Yahuwah, the Most High, the creator of heaven and earth. He's the reason why I'm still alive. These people have probably tried to poison my animals. They probably tried to poison me. They probably sent all kinds of witchcraft and hoodoo and voodoo and all kinds of nonsense over here. I'm still standing. I'm still living, still flourishing, still doing well despite them and their tactics. And I will continue until Yah says differently. They're not the orchestrator of my life or the God of my life. They might think that they're coming up against me, but they're coming up against the Most High. They're coming up against somebody that will definitely repay them with vengeance, because it's his. So I just wanted to relay the message that if you're going through this nonsense, which, it is, this nonsense is demonic nonsense to get you fearful in your own house. That's what they want, people. They want you to be afraid of them. They want you to be afraid of them, and they're the most cowardly people in the world. They need a gang of people to come up against you. They need a gang of other demonically possessed or influenced people to come up against you. Little old you, little old me. All I did every day was get up, go to work, go to the gym, did my own grass. My grass was like 3 or 4 inches tall. Dogs would wallow in it. My neighbor, his grass looked like crap, and he got upset. And so therefore I became a target because of it. That's probably a large part of it. And then obviously, if you couldn't tell, I'm a woman of color, and I shouldn't. I guess his daddy told him that I shouldn't have what I have, or be allowed to live in my neighborhood or whatever. And not, God forbid, not have a house that looks better than his. Lord, no. But he's learning. He's going to learn. As will any and all of the witches and warlocks that are aligned with him. Because just like Pharaoh and his whole entire army went down, this devil-inspired foe and all of his alliances will go down for touching God's child. And all of the weaponry that was sent my way, guess where it's going? It's going back to you, devils. It's going right back to you to pierce you in your own heart. All of the swords that you're wielding my way, sending my way, you're going to fall on it. You're going to fall on your own sword. Yeah. Yeah, you picked the right one. Because your spiritual attacks, they go back to the sender. As I sit here, well, and unaffected and unbothered by you and your tactics. You picked the right one. Thank you. You're going to be my footstool. You're my elevation. And I give my God all the praise in front of you, devil. He said that I would see the reward of the wicked. So I'm going to run out to the store. I'm going to get my popcorn. And I can't wait to see you, devil. Anybody aligned with the devil that's coming up against me in my life, to fall on your own sword. Let's get ready for it. Bye for now.